Hi, Mateo.
Hi.
Talk to me about your day.
Okay, so my day has been a little weird because I've been feeling a little anxious.
Anxious?
Yeah, it's like I feel like I can't be calm, and I'm thinking a lot of things, and I have a lot of stress, and I'm tired. And it has been weird because last night I couldn't sleep well, so I'm like tired.
Okay. So it seems it's been a really rough day because you're feeling a lot of emotions. Talk to me a little bit more about what have you been thinking?
Okay, so um, I'm usually thinking about all my homework and all my deadlines I have to do, which makes me feel like anxious normally. So I can say that maybe I'm normally anxious. But last night I had like the typical. I was trying to fall asleep. Okay, so I was trying to count sheep, and I counted like two sheep, and then suddenly thousands just came into the picture and everything, and I just realized that that was very anxious of me. Like that was like pure anxiety. So I've been thinking about that all day. Like I've been aware of my anxiety all day.
So this anxiety has been something you've dealt with for a long time?
I think that yes, like since I remember, maybe high school, I've been anxious daily, but it has been like low levels of anxiety. Okay, but I think that this last 2 weeks it has been a little more intense.
Since when this is started? What happened that made it trigger the anxiety?
In these weeks.
This past 2 weeks.
Um, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I have like a specific reason. Maybe it's just the end of the semester and everything. And yeah, and I'm usually very independent, and I'm used to be alone in my house, and my family usually travels a lot because of work and everything. So I'm usually used to be alone and just getting home, eating, and then doing my stuff and everything. But also, like in the last 2 weeks, my family hasn't traveled, and I have been with them the whole time at the house, and that also makes me feel weird. Like yeah, I'm not used to it, so it's kind of affecting me.
Has there been another point in your life where your family hasn't traveled and something like this happened?
I'm not sure really. Like I don't remember feeling this way because I can't remember any time where they just stopped traveling. It has been like something very common. So I've been feeling like kind of balanced because if I'm not feeling well, I'm just alone, so I have no problems. But now if I'm not feeling well, if I'm too stressed, I have my father or my grandfather asking me what's wrong and blah blah blah, blah and that just stresses me out. So um, I can't remember any other time.
Um, okay, so talk to me a little bit more about your schedules and the things you have to do about the university that are making you feel stress.
Okay, so my usual deadlines, which are like homework and projects, that's something that I have in mind the whole time. And also, I'm on my senior year, so there are a lot of things I'm also thinking about, and not only because of university right now, but what am I going to do after university? So that is also something that has me very concerned, and I've been thinking and thinking about that. And and yeah, and I think it has affected me a little because I'm thinking of that so much that I think I'm not um, I'm not capable of concentrating enough on my activities. So yes,
Is this feeling something that's new to you, or have you always felt that you're not capable of doing things?
um, I think I felt this on my senior year of high school because I was also under a lot of pressure and stress and everything. But it has never been like this intense, maybe. And I think that right now it's a little more, like I said, it's more intense and it's affecting me a little more than what I have experienced before.
Okay. So when you're on your own at your house, what do you do? What makes you feel calm?
Well, when I'm feeling anxious or stressed and like that, I don't like talking to anyone, okay? Because, like I was saying, I have so many things on my head that I'm just trying to solve everything and organize myself in my head. And when I have to talk and give explanations to my parents or my family or something, it's just like I feel more stressed because it's like I'm not working out my issues. So it's just the fact that I'm alone and that I can just eat in silence, watching the TV, or I can do my homework um, without anyone being interrupting me, or I can just be laying in bed without having anyone asking me what's wrong with me or something. So it's just the fact that I don't like socializing that much when I'm in this state.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. So what you're telling me is basically that you're feeling very anxious and stressed because of school, because of your future, and all of these things have been manifesting a lot more because your family is here. They're not traveling, so you can't have your own space to just like think and be yourself and not speak because that's something that's also stressing you out.
Yes, yes. So um, I think the thing that makes me more anxious is the fact that I have to get home and I have to talk about my day or something and everything. That just pisses me off a lot because I don't think I have the time or the energy to do that.
And have you tried telling your family about these things? Have you talked to them about this?
I've tried before, because usually when I'm just a little stressed, like for example in midterms or finals, I usually feel this way. But not that intense, but it's the same. Um, and my dad thinks it's very rude of me to say that, so it didn't go well. He didn't understand it.
So this time you haven't say anything about how are you feeling?
No, I haven't. I just been asking like, when are you leaving? Please leave.
Okay.
That's everything I've done.
And how does your father react to that?
He just he just tells me like, why do you want me to leave or something? But I don't think it's like a genuine question which I can answer and talk about what I'm feeling. It's just like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Mhm.
So it's not like we don't have a conversation about that. It's just like
And for example, your room, it's supposed to be your space. When you're in your room, can you feel a little bit calmer? Have you been feeling that way right now when they are in your house?
I usually feel calm when I'm in my room. Um, but the thing is that uh, usually I don't know. It's like I was telling you, I'm very anxious and I tend to move a lot and everything. So I don't know. I'm doing my homework in my room and everything's calm. I need to go to the kitchen to get something to drink or something to eat, to get some treats or something, or I need to go somewhere. So I have to get out of my room for any reason, and there's people outside my room. And to ask me like, how are you doing, and what are you studying, and like that. So, or if I want to leave the house, they're like, where are you going, when are you coming back? And that really pisses me off. It's like I'm organizing, I'm trying to suit myself. So yes, so in my room it's okay, but I can't be in my room forever.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed that you're like laughing. Well, this makes you anxious. How do you feel when you laugh and with this?
I think I laugh because when I hear myself talking about this, is it's like very, it's weird like to hear something, to hear someone talk a lot talk very negatively a lot about their family or something. It's funny.
Do you feel that you're talking like in a negative way?
I think I am, but that's the way I feel. So I can't do anything about it. But when I hear myself, it's kind of funny and awkward.
Okay. Okay, so we'll discuss this on another session. Okay.
Okay.